Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to N.A.A. Ball Talk. And last night we finally got some New York Knicks basketball for the first time in 9 months. And today I'm just going to talk about 5 takeaways I got from the Knicks preseason victory over the Pistons last night. Quick overall thoughts of the game. It was definitely sloppy on both sides. A lot of turnovers, a lot of wide open missed shots on both sides. But overall, I think it was a good win for the young Knicks team, who on a night where you didn't really produce well enough on offense, you stepped it up on defense and toughed out the win in the fourth quarter when it seemed like it was slipping away. The end result of the game, the final score, doesn't really show the full story. This is a game where the Knicks led at one point by 18. First half was neck and neck, and the third quarter Knicks just came out and seemed like they wanted it more. They went on big runs, and then the fourth quarter kind of went cold on offense. The Pistons got back into the game, but a couple of clutch shots by Julius Randle iced it for the Knicks, so they were able to pull out the victory. And these are just 5 takeaways that I got from the game last night. I hope you guys enjoy. But before we get into all that, I would like to welcome you all back to N.A.A. Ball Talk. Here I talk about all things basketball. If you love the NBA, I think you'll enjoy this channel. We'll be talking about NBA news, rumors, predictions, all that good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to become a member of N.A.A. Ball Talk. It goes a long way towards growing the channel, and I really appreciate it. I see all of you who have been supporting. Thank you so much. I just hope you guys keep it up, and I'll continue to produce content. Now back to the video. The first takeaway I got from the game last night was our 2 young cornerstones played well. And when I talk about our 2 young cornerstones, I'm talking about R.J. Barrett and Obi Toppin. R.J. had a very slow start, airballed a couple of shots, but once he put his head down, started driving to the basket, he was doing good. He started the game 0 for 6, I believe, and then proceeded to go 6 for 8 from the field. Something along those lines. Those stats might be a little bit off, but it's something in that area. And I thought RJ played good, especially in that second half. In that third quarter, I thought he really stepped it up, and he shook off that bad start. First game in 9 months, I'm expecting a little rust. We saw it clearly to start the game, but he played good. Obi Toppin, I thought he should have been starting for sure, but he came off the bench, and he played better than Julius Randle. He finished with 11 points and 7 rebounds in 19 minutes. It's a great stat line for your first game, especially with limited minutes. You're producing a lot. I hope he starts to get more minutes. I hope eventually he starts over Randle. I hope to see him in the opening day starting lineup over Randle, but beggars can't be choosers. So let's just hope that Obi keeps it up and the Knicks' future is looking bright. Another thing I took from the Knicks game last night was they rebounded the ball very well. They were plus 13 in that category, finishing with 54 rebounds to the Pistons 41. In a close game, 6-point game, that means a lot. That's probably where the game was decided. And especially some of the smaller guys on the floor, they came out and rebounded the ball well, and that's really an effort stat. Especially with the guards, Frank Ntilikina had 5 rebounds, Elfrid Payton had 6, R.J. Barrett had 5. A lot of times when guards get rebounds, it's very long rebounds. That's an effort stat that shows who wants the game more, who's going to get to that loose ball, and the Knicks did a good job of that last night. Another takeaway I got from the game was very solid play from the Knicks at the center spot. Nerlens Noel and Mitchell Robinson really held it down. Noel got the start. In 25 minutes, he gave us 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. 5 of 7 from the field, plus 11 on the court. I hope he keeps this up. I want Mitchell Robinson to be the starter, but if Nerlens Noel could put up these numbers, I wouldn't mind him starting to begin the season to push Mitchell Robinson to get the best out of him. Robinson came off the bench. It seemed to be working. In 22 minutes, he got 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 4 steals. Just like Noel, very energetic, deflecting passes, blocking shots, letting his presence be felt on defense, and it was a really good game from Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel last night. Takeaway number 4, to me it seemed like the Knicks really wanted to play for Tom Thibodeau last night. He's a great coach, very intense. He was very animated on the sidelines last night, and I think his energy trickled down through the rest of the team, and they were very excited. You saw everybody on the bench standing up, cheering on their teammates. Knicks are diving for loose balls, getting the long rebounds. The defensive intensity was really crazy last night for the Knicks, something I haven't seen from them in a while. I'm trying not to react to a preseason game too much, but first impressions from Tom Thibodeau and his Knicks team is pretty good for me. I like that they were able to close out a game that they didn't really produce well on offense. It's the bad games that you want the Knicks to win. You want them to win the games that they're not playing their best at, because then you know when they play their best, they're going to be able to close out those games. And I thought it was a great team win last night, and the energy, the tone was really set from the coaching staff, passed on down through the players, and it resulted in a win. My last takeaway from the game was that the Knicks need a closer. In the fourth quarter, the game started to slip away from them. They were going on a cold streak offensively, and they didn't really have a reliable option to just give the ball to when they needed a bucket. Luckily, Julius Randle came up clutch. He hit a clutch and one mid-range shot, and then he hit the corner three to ice the game. So he came up big at the end of the game last night, even though he had an off night offensively. But I think the Knicks need to find out who their closer is very soon. This isn't going to happen overnight. This is going to be something that is going to have to be addressed throughout the season, and we'll see what the Knicks do with that going forward. Those were my takeaways from the Knicks preseason victory over the Pistons last night. A couple honorable mentions on some players that I really thought played good last night, even though it didn't really show in the box score. Franklin Okina had a great night. He was a little sloppy with the ball in his hands when he was running the point, but when he was off the ball, he played well. Played good defensively. He rebounded the ball well. I thought Kevin Knox played really good defensively. He missed a couple three-point shots, but when he got on the fast break, he was good. I think he had a couple layups. Dennis Smith Jr., I thought he ran the point in that second unit very well. I think he finished with 7 points. Didn't really get a crazy amount of minutes, but he was definitely their backup point guard option, and I think that's the way they should go. But yeah, man, overall, I just think it was definitely something to build over for the Knicks. I hope that next game when they take on the Pistons, they are more efficient on offense. They score a lot more in transition, and they keep up the same defense that they had last night, and I think they'll be all right. That's all for the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and become a member of N.A.A. Ball Talk. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It goes a long way towards helping the channel, and I really appreciate it, guys. But I want to hear what you think. Give me your takeaways from the Knicks preseason victory over the Pistons down below in the comments. And as always, stay safe.